If you're stuck at a certain elo in chess and you want to know how to improve, today what we're going to do is just going to play a few bot games, and I'm going to show you exactly what I think about during these games, and hopefully one of these insights will help you improve and get past the rating you are stuck at right now. So that's basically all we're going to do. Very simple. We're going to start here with a, let's say, for example, a 550 rated bot at first. And we're going to select a random color. So this time we're playing with white. Next time maybe we'll be playing with black. What I'm simply going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what I do during a game in order for me to determine how to win. And when you play bots, they tend to sometimes play a little bit strange. Which is not really going to be exactly the same way it's going to be when you're playing other people. However, a move like h5, if you are playing against opponents rated 500, you might see that. So what I suggest, if you face someone playing a bit of a strange opening like this, where he doesn't move a center pawn but moves some pawn on the edge, is always take the entire center. So basically always put your pawns in the center. Now we're going to play knight c3, defend the pawn of course. Chess is always about reacting to what is happening on the board. I mean, that's basically it, right? I mean, if you look at this position, he played knight f6, he's attacking my e4 pawn with his knight. I do not have any defenders. I need to simply realize how do I stop him from taking that pawn. I play knight c3, defend the pawn, and that's exactly how we do this. So now he attacks the d4 pawn, but the d4 pawn is a little bit different because that is actually defended by my queen. So here we can do a number of things. What I usually like to do, you don't necessarily have to do this, but I usually like to do is play a move like f4, get another pawn into the center, take away another very crucial square here from the opponent's half of the board. My opponent actually plays d5 right now, which is probably a pretty good move. The point being, if I take, he can take with his knight, and it is defended by the queen. So after taking, he can take back, and we trade everything. So usually you do not want to do that. You do not want to take a move like this. I can imagine if you are a beginner at chess, if you are somewhere below 1,000 rating, it is going to be very difficult to realize why taking here is not very good. It might not be the worst move, but I don't think it's the best move. So what I would do here is I would just play e5. Take some squares away from my enemy's position here once again. And now I think I would like to take, because I kind of force him to take it with his pawn, and now this pawn is not really placed that well. So I have ideas to win this pawn back in the long run. He might be able to try something to defend the pawn, but shouldn't be very good. Here I have a problem, not really a problem, but you know, I have a situation maybe. So here, obviously, this pawn is hanging now. If I play, for example, if I play any pawn move here, this pawn would be hanging because he can take with the queen. If I take back, he takes with the knight, which should be very annoying. I can play a move like bishop b5, pinning the knight, so that he can't take with the knight because he can't move the knight because it's pinned to the king. And another move I can consider here is a move like c3. I can consider a move like bishop e3. Yeah, let me go. Another move I can consider actually is d5, which actually looks pretty nice, d5. I like d5. Let's go d5. He cannot take still because I just take back. And if he moves the knight here, which I kind of expected him to do, I am maybe looking at trapping this knight, am I? If I go here, he does have this move. But that looks awful because I can go bishop b5. So let's go bishop d2. He's probably going to go bishop b6, defending the... Okay, he doesn't defend the knight actually, which means I just win a knight. And yeah, as you can see, I mean, at this point, this is probably a sort of realistic game for how a 500 would play. They make one move blunders. They hang knights and they don't see that the knight is hanging, which is something, I mean... If you are at this level, 500 to 600, something in that line, my most important suggestion for improvement to you is prevent blunders. Basically, one move blunders. So if you are playing with the white pieces here, for example, or I'm sorry, with the black pieces, You would probably, I would probably suggest playing a move like b6, although it is pretty much bad still. I mean, what he really should have done after this push, he probably should have just retreated this knight to b8. Although it looks very dire, it is probably the best move, or maybe an in-between move like bishop g4 first. But I don't really know if that is very good, so probably I can just play some knight or bishop in between move, and you know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, very important not to blunder in one move. So that is basically the most important thing. I mean, I think if you go b6, there's gonna be bishop b5, and you can maybe go bishop here, queen here, something like that. I don't know. It's gonna be a little bit shaky, but probably b6 would have at least kept him from losing a piece immediately. Now, however, I simply take the piece. We see bishop f5, which is, yeah, I don't know, some sort of attempt to hold on to this pawn. I don't know. I actually can play bishop b5 here, because if he pushes, he loses his queen. So bishop b5. If he goes back, is there anything? Is there anything there? I can also try this. Maybe there. No, I don't really like that. So here. Here. Okay, I'm gonna give this check, because okay, so he makes another blunder because he couldn't push the pawn, because now he loses his queen. He can take this one, maybe. Okay, he doesn't. Now probably I have some sort of mate, because if I take the c6 pawn, it's actually a discovered check. He can go here still, and there's not an immediate mate because he covers d7, so it's a bit annoying, but you know. I can take another pawn. I can also maybe... what can I do? So rook here is coming, which is a bit annoying. Maybe I can go here and then here. Let's try that. I don't know how good it is, but let's try it. This pawn is defended, which is very nice. Okay, he goes back. It's probably some sort of mate here somewhere. Somewhere there must be a mate, right? I don't really see how or why. Takes, check, back. I don't know if there's an immediate mate. I'm gonna long castle here, because I want to attack, of course. And okay, now check here. Okay, maybe check first. Probably check first, right? Check first. He can go down though. But then this check. Okay, I think this is gonna be made somehow. It's probably gonna be made somehow. That must do it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, we can really let's analyze this game, because of course in a chess game there's a lot going on, and you have to be willing to analyze what is happening. Otherwise, you're gonna miss a lot of things. So obviously, once again, if you play e4 and your opponent plays h5, take the full center. I mean, almost always it's best to take the full center. So pretty much always play d4 in that situation. Knight f6, knight c3 is okay. Knight c6 is a mistake. f4 is actually a big mistake because of d5, which is interesting. I probably maybe should have already pushed. Yeah, okay, so pushing was better because then you have to forcefully move your knight. If you go here, you get something like this. It's not looking very good. So yeah, f4 maybe a little bit too... or actually not maybe, just a little bit too slow, and it allowed my opponent to come back into the game with d5, which is, yeah, I mean, I don't think a 500 would play this, but you know, sure. Now e5 is the best move, and taking here once again is probably very bad, or at least somewhat equalizes the game, because now my pawns are split. I don't have a strong center anymore. He gets his knight centralized. I need to develop my pieces. Not very good. So what you would like to do here is play a move like e5. Now knight e4 and takes, and then d5. And now knight a5 is a big blunder. The reason this is a blunder, probably immediately this maybe. Is that already? Okay, the best thing is, let's see. What is the best move here? It's loading. Okay, yeah. The best move is queen here. Okay. I mean, you're probably looking at queen a4, and he can't retreat. And if he goes here, still bishop here, maybe? No. Okay, maybe just takes, threatening to push and take this, and you know, push this maybe. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sometimes one of the difficult things in chess can be to, in the opening, find the best moves. It can be, at least I find it challenging sometimes because, I mean, there can be a lot of things going on at the same time. And yeah, usually in the opening, I like to stick to just regular solid chess. I don't immediately always take the advantages that my opponent leave hanging here. So bishop d2 is a big mistake. The reason bishop d2 is a big mistake is probably because of b6. I suspect. Okay, not because of b6. He could have gone. Oh, he could have gone queen takes. Okay, well that obviously is a very big mistake. Okay, yeah, I should have seen that one. That's a big mistake. My opponent played h4. However, I took the knight now. And yeah, I mean, once again, if you are a 500 rated opponent, hanging a knight like this is just, I mean, it happens. But if you can just solely prevent blunders like this, like one move blunders, if you can just prevent making mistakes like that, you can already go to 800 probably relatively easy. So yeah, I mean, there you go. Bishop xa5, bishop f5, now bishop b5. c6 is another mistake because I can take the queen. And after taking back, I have dx c6, king c7, and now queen d2 is not the best move. The best move would have been to take. Okay, yeah. That was the other move I was considering. And then after this, maybe now I can bring my queen somehow. This is apparently leading to a mate. Yeah. Because if you go, for example, if you go back, there's probably just this move and you just made it. Well, I mean, you know, this, however, was also very good, of course, because now there was another checkmate on the board. And yeah. Okay, let's play another bot. Let's go to a bot rated 850. And maybe this time we want to play with the black pieces. Okay, let's go ahead and just forcefully play with the black pieces. So with the black pieces, you are always one tempo behind. I don't know if you understand the concept of tempo, but it's actually very simple. The white pieces just simply start the game, so the white is always one move ahead of black. I mean, just like chess is a turn-based game, of course. So you are always waiting on your opponent to make a turn, and then afterwards you are going to be the one to make a turn. So you are always reacting to what your opponent is doing if you are playing with the back pieces. That said, however, that can obviously very quickly turn during a chess game because of the complexity of the game. But in general, in the beginning, you will be one move behind. Let's play e5 here. Let's actually go for a gambit. Let's go for the Stafford gambit. I recently made a short about this, and it's a very interesting line. Now knight f6. He isn't taking the e5 pawn, which is interesting. Probably what he's gonna do is play knight g5, go for a, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. He's going for the fried liver attack. It's been a while since I faced this actually, because I don't play e5 anymore. I used to play e5, but now I play the Caro-Kann, so c6 d5. The best move here is d5, and after taking what was the best move here? Do I remember? Can I just take this with my? With my knight? Do I remember what's going on here? Taking with the knight, isn't there something like knight takes, and queen here? I think so. I'm not sure if I can take with the knight actually. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can take with the knight actually. It's been quite a while. Like I mentioned, it's been quite a while since I've played this. Maybe I'm gonna go for a knight a5 just to be safe. I think knight a5 is a fine move. I can just block that. So yeah, I mean, and now we should be in a relatively equal game here. Let's go bishop c5. Okay, this is already, once again, if you are rated 800 or something in that ballpark, never play the same piece twice, and especially don't play a move like bishop d3. Just try to prevent moving your bishop onto d3, for example, because now you can never move the d pawn. You have trouble defending or bringing out this dark squared bishop. So it's not a very good move. What I can do here probably is go knight g4, I guess. Knight g4. I attack this, Okay, he goes here, which is interesting. Okay, what is going on over here? Takes. Just pull back maybe, and then go for queen here. If I go queen here now, if he takes, I can checkmate him. So maybe queen here immediately. Okay, let's go queen here. I suspect the move like, okay, yeah, I mean, I'm playing a bot which is rated 800, so, you know. Now I can take here, I guess. I hope. Okay, now he takes here. Wow. Okay. Free rook. Probably. Okay, now he takes here. I have this check, which forces this, which I can take. So here, here. I don't know if I see any real reason why I would do that. I can also take this knight. Probably take the knight. Okay, let's take the knight. Should be fine. Okay, now here, here. Yes, it just doesn't really do anything, does it? Can still castle. Let's castle. Should be fine. There's a bishop here, but you know. Okay, he goes for this move, but I can probably just play knight g3. So once again, knight g3. I mean, it saves the knight, it attacks the queen. Cannot be a bad move, right? I mean, you know. Now he offers a queen trade, which I will happily accept, probably. Huh? I mean, are there other moves I can consider? Usually when you are the attacking side, you don't want to trade queens, except if you're up on material. So at this point, I'm of course up a rook. So I guess I will just trade. Should be just fine. And now I'm just going to retreat my knight, defended by the bishop, of course. Once again, if you're facing an 800 rated opponent, what they will maybe do is they will maybe trade when they're down material, which is something that you should obviously not do. And the more, the better you'll get at chess, the more you'll realize these types of concepts and why you shouldn't trade when you're up and stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it. This knight has really no forward way, no way to proceed here. This is actually a nice move, I guess, but I guess I have this move. I do lose 2 pieces for the rook if I'm not careful, but yeah. Another move I might have here is I guess I'm just gonna lose one of these pieces. Huh? That's not really good for me. Let's take this. Okay, he doesn't take. Well, that's obviously a big blunder, especially because I can also take this and open up this, and now I can just move my knight. So of course my opponent had the opportunity to take back one of my pieces here, but he didn't. And once again, if you play bots, they tend to sometimes play weird chess. But you know, it is what it is. Yes, one time, once again, he could have just taken the bishop here, but you know. Sure, let's take. There's a fork, but not really, because I have this move. Okay, he does see that, which is strange, but you know. Okay, how do I do this? Let's go here. Let's prevent the king from escaping. And yeah, I mean, there's not really any checkmate here, is there? I'm just gonna take here, attack the bishop. Yeah, if you take here, I'll just go here, and you cannot push because I take, and you cannot defend, so I'm just gonna go take. And how do you get a checkmate on the board here? What is the best way to get a checkmate in this position? Probably what you want to do is get some sort of ladder mate. I'm just gonna give a check here. And let's go here. And then this would be checkmate. Okay. Okay, so let's review this game real quick. I mean, yeah, I think at the beginning we played a decent game, as in we didn't really do anything crazy. Knight a5 actually is the best move. I couldn't really remember. I don't think you can take here, right, because of this move. I think this is a losing move, yeah. And then there's like queen here, and you cannot block because there's obviously a piece pinning you. And if you go here, you can just take, and I guess you're already getting like almost mated somehow. Or take with the bishop maybe. Yeah. So I kind of remember that vaguely. So knight a5 is the best move, which is nice. Bishop b5, c6 takes, and bishop b2 is okay. And then bishop c5 is actually a blunder. Not sure why. The best move would have been d3, apparently. Okay. Well, bishop d3 is played, and bishop d3 is just a blunder from the 800 bot here. And the reason this is such a big blunder is because you like I mentioned, you put your bishop in front of your pawns. You can never really develop this unless you go like here and here, which is just not very good. This is just not a square. Like bishop d3 is not a square. You want to put your bishop on. So yeah, try to prevent that. Knight g4 is met with knight e4, which is good. Queen d4 is actually a mistake because he could have gone... what was the move here? I guess he can castle. That's not the best thing. He could have played queen here, maybe? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, not perfectly played, but at the same time, after this, it is very, very good, of course, because now he hangs a fork. And, yeah... The rest of this game is pretty self-explanatory. If you are down material, you want to keep your pieces on the board. If you are up material, you want to trade pieces. Very important to realize, because now, after offering a queen trade, I simply take it because obviously I want to trade pieces. The same goes for when he takes my knight. I just simply want to take pieces off the board, so taking here is good for me. And he actually allowed, and I actually allowed b4, which is a good move, because now after this he could have played here, so it's what he did. And I have to lose one of these pieces. So after bishop takes a4, he could have taken either of these pieces. He could have taken this like this, or he could have taken this like this. However, he decided to play g4, which is strange, but sure. And then once again, he could have taken my bishop. He could have moved his rook. And then after this, once again, after this, he could have taken my bishop, but once again, he didn't. And basically, if you are playing at this level, the most realistic way this happens is because he one move blunders, which is something that still happens a lot. And then at this point, if the simplest way to checkmate here is to keep your enemy's king inside this box. That's why bishop d1 is a very good move, because now the rook is defended. You can play a move like d4, you can play king h2, it doesn't really matter, because rook h5 is going to be checkmate on the next move. Whoops, rook h5, because obviously the king is cut off. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode and what I've taught you. I'm planning to make a lot more instructive content in the next year, and hopefully you will be helped by that content, because of course I genuinely think that anybody listening to this video right now could reach 1500 on chess.com. It really isn't that hard. You need to just simply know what to do, but it takes some time, and it takes some improvement. You need to know need to know certain things, but really it isn't that hard. If you like chess, yeah, I mean, consider subscribing, because hopefully next year I'll be able to help you even more with reaching your goals. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.